Jerry Peachman in the Red Bull boat has got an absolute stormer as he goes across to the start. So the Peachman is the first man to show in front. Number 10, Colin Jelf second. Ted Walsh in pole position, only got away in third. Peachman turns first. Second then Colin Jelf, and it looks as though Mike Smith is up into second place as they come tearing down towards us. Peachman will be well over the 100 now. The yellow front of the Red Bull. PSI net boat leads. Tight turn. Jelf second, Smith third. For Horizon Radio. So the Horizon Radio boat of Mike Smith really is powering along. He had a wonderful start. Mark Rolls in for Siemens. He's up into fourth. Ted Walsh has dropped right out of the reckoning in number 1. For the Norman Data Defence, he's absolutely dropped right away. Peachman lifts off. He's really giving it everything. That boat is absolutely airborne as it comes down towards us, well over the 100. Colin Jelf is chasing him, lap number 2. Jelf takes a tight one. The man from Chatham. Mike Smith in the Mulgard third. Fourth is Mark Rolls and closing for Siemens. And back to fifth now. Ted Walsh in number 1 in the Norman Data Defence. And then Brian Shoulder comes next. And Larry Gates. So Peachman leads on lap number 3. Coming down towards us for Red Bull. For PSI Net for Castrol. Peachman, the yellow front, is cutting it all out. But this is exactly what happened at Alton Bourne. Peachman led and Jelf finally got him in the closing stages. These two young gladiators really do know how to drive. The G-force is tremendous. They get stiff necks at the end of a race. They just can't stick there, particularly on the 180-degree turn, boys. Lap number 3. Peachman still leads for Red Bull. The 15, Larry Gage, is out of the race for Norman Data Defence. But Peachman, that yellow snout, is really going. And, well, he's not getting away from Colin Jelf. Excellent turn by the first two. Jelf went out a little bit. Yellow flag out. That's for Larry Gage out on the race course. Out of the race. Would you believe it? On their home track with all the guests here, in only 2 or 3 laps, they're out of the race. But the big men, Jerry Peachman then, number 10, Red Bull Castrol PSI Net Vauxhall. That boat is really trimmed off. It is airborne as it comes down to the pits turn. Colin Jelf is chasing hard. Now I need Phil Hilliard here with me to tell me how many laps are going so he can lap score for me. Peachman leads on the back straight. He's just pulling out a little lead now. This is really enormous stuff, but what about the Norman Data Defence boats that are both out of the race? What an absolute catastrophe. The mechanics are working on Larry Gage's boat. We're on about lap number 3. We're already starting to catch the back markers. This is when Peachman is going to have a problem. Dave Jones, he's seen Peachman in his mirrors. Peachman went a bit wide. Jelf went tight. He caught up about 5 boat lengths. Now Peachman is up again. They've got Dave Jones is out of the race. Would you believe it? The attrition rate, they're trying too hard at the moment. But the big two up at the front. Jerry Peachman leads from Bury St Edmunds. Colin Jelf is second from Chatham in Kent. Then there's a biggish gap back to Mike Smith for Horizon Radio. Horizon Radio, the all-red boat up at the breach turn now in third. The man from West London, Uxbridge. Under severe pressure. Got the back markers ahead of him. This is the big two. Then Mike Smith is getting under more pressure now from Siemens, Mark Rolls. And Whitecap Leisure's Brian Shoulder in the orange and yellow boat. Really going well. Tracked by Bill Owen in the blue and white slash boat. Then the Abra Office Supplies. Luke's out. Peachman on the inside. He's obviously had the Red Bull to give him wings. That's their slogan. Red Bull gives you wings. Tired businessmen need those wings. Everybody needs wings to give them supplier, PSI, out a little lead in front of Colin Jelf. Colin didn't get past Bill Nairn quite as well as David Jones is out then, but the Norman Data Defence boat of Larry Gage is back in the race, but many, many laps down. 37 White Cap Leisure screaming along. 71 Billow and the new driver, then Abra Office Supplies, and Abra Office Supplies are closing. They're closing up on the... Mike Smith is dropping back now. Mark Rolls is up into third place for Siemens. It looks as though Smith has a problem. His lap bowls, though, never knows when he's beaten. And number 2 is up into third place. But the big two are at the top of the racecourse. They've turned the bridge. They're coming down Blythe. Nobody usually passes them for value and service and everything else. But Peachman has got by the Abra Office Supplies today. So the leader, this is now about 10 laps, 40 laps. Can these young men stick the pressure? Can they keep going? The attrition rate is enormous. The wind is getting up. All they've got to be careful is now they don't over-trim the boats, get too much wind down the tunnel, because then the boats will flip over backwards. But the big men are still coming down to... Oh, it looks as though Colin off in the wind as he approached that turn. Oh, and Abra. My goodness, Abra Office Supplies are now challenging Sepp into third place. The race leader is at the bridge again. Colin Jelf had a problem on that last lap. Colin Jelf certainly looks as though he has a problem. He's going slower and slower. He's backing out of the race, I do think. White Cap Leisure's Brian Shoulder leads. The race leader, number 10, on. Can he stick this pressure? Because the pressure is enormous and the others just can't live with it. Still going really well. And what a venue, what a setup this is. Peachman then comes down towards us. He's now the clear leader. And he doesn't need to keep trimming that boat as high as he does. The Red Bull yellow front PSI net boat of Peachman is still flying. He's still number 11. The white boat on the back straight is still closing steadily on Bill Owen in number 71. Mike Smith is coming back straight. Peachman on the home straight coming down towards us round the checkered flag. Colin Jelf is manfully still going, but he obviously has some sort of problem. He can't just stick the speed seems to have gone. He's still in a comfortable second place, but Mark Rolls is steadily closing on him. We're on lap 15 now. It's a 40-lapper. Who is going to last out? This is just like a Formula 1 car race at Monaco. Oh, and Bill Nairn is slowing in front of us. It's the attrition rate. Can they stick it? This is the... they certainly have both got a major problem. Peachman is still going full bat. He still is not backing off. He still seems to be hovering in midair. But that's what Red Bull does for you. Castrol oil, PSI net, Vauxhall. So Colin Jelf down to the pits turn. Colin is having to be very careful on the corners. I think what's happened, he had one or two very tight turns. He put the outside of the boat under a bit of pressure. He's knocked a piece of wood out of the side of the sponson, and he is picking up water. And that boat must be extremely difficult to drive now. In fact, it's great credit to him that he's kept going and kept it on the water, because he's still in second place. But Mark Rolls' boats are both out. They've both been stricken by the same bug that... Now number 4 is closed. Mark Rolls is still third, but he's not so far third now. Colin Jelf may hang on to but it's a long, long way to go. Oh, and Peachman never knows when to shut off. He dived the boat into the... On the back straight going up to the bridge, passing the Willen Lake emblazoned Turnboy. Up at the bridge, there's lots and lots of people on the bridge today, but thank you for all of you that have paid to come in, because you're having a storming day with all the events going on. Peachman up the inside, lapping the 4th place man, Mike Smith for Horizon Radio. Bill Mann still going strongly. Larry Gage coming out of the race. He looks as though he's coming onto the trailer. I think that we must all applaud this young man from Chatham, number 4, because Colin Jelf is now driving under extreme difficulty. He's got water in the boat. He can't get the slowing steadily. At the moment, Mark rolls for Siemens, not let it come off the plane at all. And this is a real masterful exhibition of driving. He's dropping back on the leader, but he still wants that second place. The red points of the sponsors come down to the pitch turn, number 4. Peachman on the back straight. He seems to have at last backed off a bit. He realises that he's just got to keep the outfit together now. No heroics are required. The Red Bull Castrol PSI net Vauxhall outfit. Oh, and Abra officer. He's got a bit cocky now. He's got past. He lifted the boat too far off. It ducked up in the wind. It tried to go over backwards. It didn't quite. Keep going, Nigel. Concentrate. Don't forget, Abra Office Supplies are here with you today, and all their guests are here, and he's really trimmed off coming down this way against the wind. He really is giving it his best shot. Here, that's another Burgess hull. Very tight turn round the pitch turn. Race leader Peachman is just behind him now. Absolutely in for Norman Data Defence, the man that did all the hard work yesterday, got the pole position. Really, well, whatever happened to both those boats today it was very unfortunate for them. Siemens, we're on the 24th lap now. Peachman is on 24. So, on the back straight, he's just going to pass on the outside Abra Office Supplies of Nigel Whitlam. The yellow fronts come out from behind as we look from this side, up to the bridge turn. Colin Jelf is still driving a magnificent race to keep that outfit on the water. I would imagine that he can feel the water lapping into one side of the spot. And that storming start meant that I would imagine that Ted Welsh probably took some water on at that first turn because he didn't make it. That must be what it was, water in the electric, something like that. Brian Shulver from Alton Broad Club from Lowestoft, still going magnificently for Whitecap Leisure. And what a magnificent place this is here at Willen. Whitecap Leisure are having a great race out there. They're having a great event. What a great place it all is to come and get fit and really enjoy. Can't see him in the boat. Still going really well. The engine still sounds sweet. The dual propeller seems to be working fairly well. Peachman's next stop is the World Formula 2 Championships in Michigan, USA at the end of this month. He was second in the World Championships last year in Sweden. He just got beat by the local driver, Pierre Lundin, but he's going to have another go in America this year. Round the bridge turn then. Second place, Colin Jelf, a valiant drive. Now, the Abra Office Supplies boat seems to be under a little pressure on the back straight. Mike Smith has got by him. Colin Jelf is still a comfortable second place. Third place is number 2, the Steam Cat Leisure. 6th is Abra Office Supplies. Oh, and Larry Gage is out again. Well, he never knows when enough is enough. Norman Data Defence Systems. They're out to have it back onto the racecourse. Jerry Peachman, still the clear leader. The second place man coming to the bridge turn now, the Fawn boat, number 4 with the orange fronts on the sponsons. Third place then is Siemens, number 2, right in front of you, right on cue. Then we think in 4th place now is number 13, Mike Smith for Horizon Radio. In 5th place, I think then is number 37 for Whitecap Leisure, then Abra Office Supplies, then number 71, and then number 15, which is the Norman Data Defence. Oh, and Peachman is in a bit of trouble there. He hit some bad water. He was following the Norman Data Defence boat. The wind got under the boat snaked around. It was within an ace of going. He doesn't need to keep the pressure on now. He just needs to keep the boat going. What a dominating drive by the Red Bull Castrol PSI net boat. But what a magnificent drive from number 4. Colin Jelf, who's now coming up to lap Mike Smith in the Horizon Radio. Abra Office Supply is still going well. Number 71, Bill Owen, in his first season in Grand Prix racing. 15, Larry Gage still going in the Norman Data Defence. Sensational race. They're spread all around the racecourse. Bear in mind that now the G-force on the turns is probably has been estimated at between 3 and 4 and sometimes 5 on a 180-degree turn. Lap 34 we're on now. On the back straight. What a storming drive. And then in third place for Siemens. Number 2 coming down to the pitch turn now. Bill Nairn is still going, but he's obviously got a problem. The local driver from here in Milton Keynes. Mike Smith for Horizon Radio is still going. Super drive from the man with the lightweight Molgard from Denmark. Whitecap Leisure's 37, Brian Scholber. Abra Office Supplies is still going for Nigel Whitlam from Lowestoft. We're on lap 36 now. We're on lap 36, and our officer of the day, Roy Clark, is on his way down to the start-finish line with the checkered flag. And Roy is being escorted by one of the Whitecap Leisure young ladies, Charlotte, I think that one is. She's holding the checkered flag. We're on Nigel Whitlam. So on to the back straight. On lap 37 now. Peachman, number 10. In second place, Colin Jelfus on the home straight. It's not actually Charlotte, it's Lucy, we're told. So Lucy is down there with Roy Clark, our officer of the day. The leader is on lap 37. Barry Peachman doesn't need any mistakes now. Round the pits turn on lap 38. He still could make a mistake. It's not over yet until that checkered flag is ready. Until he takes the checkered flag. And the second place man, Colin Jelf from Chatham in Kent, no name on his boat, is well, we think we've slightly miscounted, or my assistant has slightly miscounted, because we think there's still 5 laps to go. So that they're going. Colin Jelf is still going well. And he's closing now on the third place boat of number 2, so you can see what a storming drive this is, because Mark Rolls is in third. Fourth place is number 13. Horizon Radio's Mike Smith. Now, coming down to start the last lap, but the race leader has got Mike Smith on the outside of him as they go to the bridge for the last time. Smith moves out, Beachman goes tight. Now you can see the yellow snout of the Red Bull boat. All the Sauber Formula 1 boats carry that same yellow snout. There's the checkered flag. So what a sensational drive. What a Grand Prix. 40 laps of colossal action. There's the Whitecap Leisure man of Brian Scholber. Abra Office Supplies, Nigel Whitlam coming home. But let's read the second place man home. His trailer is being put in the water ready. Colin Jelf is coming down to take the checkered flag. If Lucy waves it much harder, she'll fall into the water. Colin Jelf takes second. Mark Rolls is home for third place. Race leader Peachman is coming around again. He's seen the checkered flag this time, I do think. He's still going though. Now he'll back off. Now he'll do the lap of honour. Now he absolutely annihilated the opposition. He really took the race to them right from the start. The Red Bull Castrol PSI Netman really did power the race. He dominated the race from start to finish. Colin Jelf is onto his trailer without sinking, so that's great news for him. He hasn't got a wet shirt, the boat has not got wet, but another colossal drive from Colin. Second, Colin Jelf. Third, Mark Rolls. Fourth, boat number 13, Mike Smith. Fifth was Brian Scholber for Whitecap Leisure. Sixth was Nigel Whitlam for Abra Office Supplies. Seventh, Bill Owen. In eighth place, Bill Nairn for the Volvo, the local...
Superb race, and thank you very much indeed for coming home safely. Brian Scholber right there, a good race for Brian. He certainly enjoyed a real good cut and thrust deal with 71 Bill Owen. The two of them have been together all over the national monohull scene, the catamaran scene over the years, and it's great to see them renewing their friendship on the water. And a good race for Lewis too. Billy Nairn also doing his Nigel Whitman's certainly going very well in the middle of the park, and all the drivers who put in a really cracking show. Thanks to each and every one of you.